Hey, what's up everybody? Semi-Normal Trav here. Just thought I'd make another video of making an indoor rock crawler course for your rock RC crawlers. I'm specifically going to be building one for 1/24th scale because I've got kids and I really enjoy doing them as well. Plus, when it gets to be too cold, I don't have to just do it in my garage. I can do it inside the house as well because they're portable. Here in just a second, I'm going to show you some of the things I had lying around, one of the things that I purchased, how much it costed, and really with just a few household things, or if you slowly accrue things over time, you can spend a good hour or two and make a pretty awesome course for your rock crawlers for the winter time. So stay tuned and I'll show you all the stuff. Alright, so showing you just some of the parts and things and the miscellaneous stuff that I plan on trying to build it with today. I had a little bit of this leftover 1x2 that I use for slats on my walls for my pegboards. So I just cut a couple of random lengths, and then I had a little bit of a 1-inch dowel or 3/4 inch dowel right here. I cut it into a whole bunch of small pieces. The one thing that I did buy was this little board right here from Home Depot. It was $8. It's just simple pine wood, very simple, nothing big. These are just leftover branches from one of the trees we trimmed. I just cut into small rounds. This is a whole bunch of leftover craft paper. So my kids, and we like to do a lot of things with craft and sculpting, and so my kids had tons of this stuff. Little brackets that I use to retain things, just had a couple of leftover extras, some random lug nuts that I found, a couple of leftover valve springs, some rocks from when we went fossil hunting, just some shale and stuff like that, a random award that I got a long time ago for public speaking. Figured that could be kind of cool. A whole bunch of these little, open your mouth and say ah. I have a license plate. I have 3 things of spray foam, and when I go to Home Depot I normally buy the small red ones because they work pretty good. This is the big gap filler. It says up to 3 inches. I've never used it, but it was about the same price, so we'll see what happens. I still have a little bit of that grip tape that I'll probably use if I create any steep angles. A little bit of self-tapping screws, some of this Loctite grab. I don't know if I'll use it. I usually just use my hot glue gun. And then after I get everything kind of mocked up and put together, my plan is I will block off some of these areas and add a little bit of resin to create a water looking effect, since I'll be doing stuff with resin a little bit later. Anyway, stay tuned and you'll see a time lapse of me putting it all together. Alright guys, well, here is the tentatively finished product of a very simple build. Again, you saw I just used some scraps, pieces of garbage, things like that. There's a lot you could do in a small amount of space. This might not be, you know, the toughest course, but when you add a couple of cones, you can easily make it a pretty technical course here. So a little bit of grip tape right there, just a couple of different obstacles to be able to go on and over. Hopefully this video inspires you to make your own, so that as you guys are bored and in the cold winters, if you got them like I do, then you guys can easily build your own on the cheap. Again, this whole thing, I would say I'm less than $15 in the whole thing. I just kind of keep old parts. But again, build your own, have a good time, and I look forward to watching your guys' videos.